Good morning, y'all. Family, it's February 9th, and I wanted to come to you today and play my motivational music for you. Miles per gallon. Okay, that's why I like that. It will easily calculate it for you, so you don't have to do that. Miss Diva Trucker 43 coming to you today because I wanted to give you an always have to be in that truck. You don't always have to be, you can go out here, and this is a way that you can experience different things in life driving around in a truck getting paid for it. Yes. You know what I'm saying? And all I had to do was just happen to be traveling through the state and break down. So have you ever walked up alone all night long, wondering how you were going to pay your bills? And the still small voice said, be strong. Can I get a witness? Sometimes struggle is my will. You know what else? He says this, I'm never late. I'm always on time. Get ready for your miracle. Move to the front of the line. Today is your day. Today is your day. Today is your day. There is no other way. You're next in line for miracles. Oh, miracle. Good morning, fam. How are you? I am so happy to be back at KLLM, and today I am going to go over with you the Lease-Purchase program that we have at KLLM. Okay, so I'm also going to give you my numbers of why it didn't work for me at Eagle. Okay, I just felt like with the fixed expense and a 25% that you had to give Eagle plus your fuel and all that kind of stuff, it was just not, I would say, a good plan that I wanted to go with. Okay, with my numbers at Eagle, you had to generate a gross revenue of about $5,000 to $6,000 in order to make any money over there. Okay, and right now, when you are going through other brokers and things like that, you had to run pretty hard or be booked out through the week, and it just was not, I just didn't see it. I just think there's so many other ways that you can make it work and make, a decent income without going through all that. My fixed expense, for instance, if you generated an income of like $6,000, okay, a week gross revenue at Eagle, 1,200 of it was in fixed expenses. You was going to pay on the truck for 5 years. Then after that, you would have a balloon payment for $70,000. Okay, so that's like 200 and something $1,000 that you're paying for a truck. Another thing is, if you made $6,000, then you had to give Eagle 25%, which is like $1,500. Now you're at $2,700 and you haven't even purchased your fuel. So if your fuel is running about $1,300 a week, then if you take $2,700 plus $1,300, you're at $4,000. So the maximum that you would make over there is about maybe $2,000. Now, $6,000 is a good week on drive-in when you're when you're getting loads from a broker. Okay, it's different when you're getting loads from a direct customer. If you're getting loads from a direct customer, your revenue can be much higher than getting the loads from a broker. Okay, but and $6,000 is like really good. Average, I would say that your gross revenue will run you about anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000. Okay, so if you're looking at the fixed cost and you're already at $3,000, wait a minute, 2,700 plus 1,300, which your fuel is, that's $4,000 right there. So if you made $3,000, you didn't make no money. If you made if you made $5,000, you would bring home $1,000 check. Okay, so I just felt like it was a better way to do things than that. Tamara, will it work? What if I brought my own truck in there? Okay, if you brought your own truck in there, the only reason I would see that you would do that is if you need somebody's MC number or their insurance to bring your own truck over there. Because if you have your own truck, you can get your own authority and you can run and develop customer relationships and run on your own. You really don't have to. Unless your CSA score is low, something that somebody's not booking you, that you need to do that. But I'm sure that there are people that make money over there, and they're satisfied with it over there. It is a new company. You're going to have to endure the changes of them trying to get book loads. Running into a lot of problems with not being able to get loads because of the company is so new. Okay, maybe 3, 4, 5 years later, they may have been established themselves so that they don't have to depend so much on all these brokers to run their company. They will have enough customer freight where they can run the loads, themselves instead of depending on other companies like C.H. Robinson, Snyder, Prime, Landstar, those type companies. They should be able to go directly to the customer and get the loads where they can get a better price. Okay, but I think that they're still building that, and that's going to take time. Okay, it takes time for you to build that relationship with those customers so they will give you the direct freight instead of you booking through somebody else. Okay, so now let's move on to KLLM Lease-Purchase. Okay, I did get my truck. Thank you. I came back and I have a 2015 Volvo automatic. I am in love with this truck. It's getting cleaned up for me. It only has like 84,000 miles on it. It's a used truck, which I'm glad about because now it's getting the kinks out of it and everything. I was very surprised to see that the trucks, when I came back, that the price of the truck is less on the new trucks than it was when I came last year in October. I don't know why. Is it that they bought the trucks at got a discount on the trucks and passed it on to us? But our payments are less than it was when I had it before. My 2015 Freightliner that I had last year was, my payments ran $525 a week for 78 weeks. Okay, so this time when I got my vehicle, I figured I would get a used vehicle, so my payments now is only $486 a week, and my payoff is not 78 weeks, it's only 64 weeks. Okay, so the price of the vehicle has went down. My total price is $115,000. My payments run, the highest that you would pay at KLLM if you did get a 2015 truck would be $500.44. Okay, so I think that's really well. There's no balloon payment. There's no $70,000 at the end of your lease. You get your title, and usually what people do once they pay off their trucks, they get their title, and sometimes they either stay with KLLM or they go on to other places like Landstar. Okay, or they go into their own fleet and build their own trucks. Okay, the lowest you would pay here is $471. We don't have any trucks older than 2014s that they give out. So it's either 2014, 15, or 16. Okay, so the lowest you would pay is $471. The highest you would pay is $500. Okay, a week. So I did get that. A lot of things that I learned in class this time as well, because I paid a little bit more attention, is that with the Freightliner, our Freightliners come from Daimler Truck Financial. with the Freightliners. The Volvo comes from, I think, Mercedes Benz. Okay, so they come from Mercedes Benz, and you can, a lot of people was asking me, well, Tamara, can you pay that truck off early? Yes, you can pay your truck off early at any time. If you hit the lottery, or you want some money somewhere and you want to go in there and write KLLM a check for the balance of your truck, you most definitely can do that at any time. If you want to double up on your truck so you don't have to pay out the 5 years, then you can do that as well. There's no penalty to you. There's no penalty to anybody. They will be happy to take your check for that truck, okay? And we have a lot of people that do take, pay off their trucks, okay? I learned that you can pay the truck off early. You just have to give them 20 days to buy your truck. If you have 20 days to buy your truck if you terminate your contract, okay? There is a dollar payoff. KLLM also, when you're independent, you have what is called 2290, okay? KLLM files that for us. It's $550, and they take out $50 a week of your check until that amount is paid for, okay? You can either get your own insurance, or you can get the insurance that KLLM offers, okay? The insurance, it was a $250 deductible, but I think that raised to $1,000. I'm not sure, but we used to have a $250 deductible. Pet deposit, $500. Some breeds are not authorized on a truck, so you want to make sure that you ask, if you got maybe a pet bull or something like that, that if they will authorize that vehicle on the truck for you. When you're a lease operator over here, you can hire your driver, okay? You can put a driver on your truck. Now, this would be a good scenario, okay? If you're a husband and wife, and your husband or your wife has a CDL and they want to ride with you for a couple of weeks, they can get on the truck with you, and whenever they're ready to go home, they can stay home as they're your employee. So you can allow them to stay home however you want. They don't have to run with you all the time, okay? So if your wife got a CDL, she come out for 3 weeks, go home for 3 weeks. The only person that has to be on that truck is the person that is the truck holder that took possession of the truck, okay? If you're a husband and wife team, only one person can be on the title for the truck, okay? So what I would suggest is you get something that's called a LLC, that you can leave that truck in case something happens to you. You can leave it to your spouse or your husband or whatever to run the business, so that money, that if something happens to you, is not gone lost. It'll be in the LLC. So the person that's on the LLC with you is your husband, okay, or your wife, okay? So but only one person is in charge of the truck. If something happens to the relationship and the person that name is on the truck, that's the person that has to say over the truck. So if they want you to get off their truck, you have to get off the truck, okay? But you can hire your own employee to work for you, long as they pass KLLM standards and they attend a 3-day orientation that is totally separate from lease purchase, and they do a 3-day orientation that is just geared for them getting on a truck, okay? You are responsible for their pay, okay? So you can pay them whatever it is that you want. Keep in mind that you are the one that's responsible for the truck note. You are the one that's responsible for the fuel. You are the one that's responsible for repairs, okay? So take that in consideration when you're offering someone a salary, or you're going to pay them cents per mile with getting on a truck with you. The reason I didn't add anybody on the truck with me is because I thought we had to be on there together at all times, and you don't. If you hire a driver onto your truck and that driver decides they want to go home for a couple of weeks or whatever, you're in charge of that driver. So you can hire, fire, do whatever you want. So that's a good thing. Let's see. You can't release the truck to a third party. Like, I can't lease the truck and then turn around and lease it to somebody else, okay? You're not allowed to do that. You have full possession. You get the title when the vehicle is paid off. There are only one owner to a truck. please, when you're coming into lease purchase, make sure that you have your LLC. Okay, you can go through the class and everything without it, but you want to get that as soon as possible. Okay, because it only protects you, and so people that won't go after you personally, they will only be able to go after the business. Okay, so that's why that's very important to get done. Okay, let's see. Now, for example, if I remember a company one time went under, like Arrow, I think it was, that lost, that shut down or something, and those vehicles had to go back. The good thing about KLLM is they get their trucks through Mercedes Benz or Daimler, the Freightliner place. Okay, so if something happens to KLLM, for example, if KLLM shuts down tomorrow, okay, you can still make your truck payments to the Mercedes-Benz paid people or the people where the trucks come from directly. Okay, you can directly make payments to them if something happens that KLLM goes out of business, goes bankruptcy or whatever. But that's not going to happen. Okay, but I hope that don't happen. But now, also, when you're an independent contractor as well, you do, or a company driver, you also get a discount for your cell phone. We all know that AT&T has the best cell service for truck drivers, AT&T and Verizon, because you can get service everywhere. You know, I have problems getting service in like Kansas City and, you know, up there in Wyoming through the mountains and stuff like that. But AT&T, Verizon is pretty good. AT&T gives you a 19% discount off your phone bill. Okay, if you switch over to AT&T and you tell them that you're with KLLM, they will apply that discount to your bill, so you will get 19% off your bill every month. Okay, for being a KLLM driver. We do have the on guard system. Okay, so that protects us so we don't have get too close to vehicles to prevent us from being able, that on guard will slow you down. We do have that in effect, and it is on all our vehicles, most of all our newer vehicles. Okay, we get our tires. KLM also owns what is called Southern Tire Mart, so anywhere that, and I think they have multiple locations all over the country, so they cater to us, I think 24 hours a day, so that if we need a tire, we're going to get it at the lowest price, a discounted rate, and they will come out to us and replace that tire for you. Okay, take it out your maintenance account. Also, some of the Southern Tire Marts right now are going to be able to do the oil changes, and they do the alignments, I think they do, and they're going to start doing some other things as well. They pay for our tags. Okay, you don't have to purchase your own tag unless you're coming in with your truck or something like that, but they pay for our tags. They pay for our tags, and we use their authority. Okay, our fuel tax is 1 cent per mile, and it pays for when you're going through states and fueling up anything. After 3 months, you get, if you overpaid after 3 months, that money is refunded back to you on your check. Okay, and that's done quarterly, automatic. You'll see it on your settlement sheet. Experienced drivers can come in and put drivers on a truck immediately. They can put their passengers on a truck. Like sometimes if you're an experienced driver and you come in with your wife, before you leave that terminal, all you do is fill out the authorized driver sheet, and you're able to put the driver on there before you leave the terminal. And I think you pay a monthly rate of like $13 or $17 a month. Okay. Once your wife or husband or whoever on a truck gets off the truck, then all you do is notify the insurance department or payroll or whoever, and they will stop billing you that $17 a month. I mean, yeah, a month. Okay, so those are some of the things. Pay. Now, KLLM has what is called a sliding pay scale. Okay, the lowest that you would get is 90 cents per mile. That's over the road. Okay, but they do have where you get paid if you're on a dedicated account, like Midwest region. If you do 400 to 500 miles, which a lot of their trips are, you get paid $1.12 plus the fuel surcharge on all miles. Okay, so if the fuel surcharge is 28 cents, you're getting paid $1.12 plus the 28 cents on all miles. So average income on Midwest is about 2,200. Okay, a week. Okay, you just have to check with your recruiter. I think they run like 8 states, like Ohio. They based out of Portage, Indiana. We have what is called Southeast regional. If you run 500 to 600 miles over there, you get 95 cents. 400 to 500, $1.10. And they paid on the fuel surcharge as well on loaded miles as well. Over the road, we are on a sliding scale as well. So anything over, I think 500 miles, we get paid 90 cents. But if it's a short run, if we have short runs, we get paid all the way up to, but we're on a sliding scale as well. Okay, we are on a sliding scale as well. So every you can tell your payments and how you're paying off. They also give you a copy of what's going. That's what I like about KLLM. They give you a copy of what goes to your principal, what goes to your interest, where's your money at. You see where your money is all the time. But for Southeast and we also have some other dedicated accounts like Tyson. We have Ventura. You just have to call and talk to your recruiter about what kind of different accounts that may interest you and could you get on that account. KLLM does want you to have your tankers and your hazmat. They will be, contacting you, letting you know, have you taken your hazmat yet? Have you take your tankers? We usually do our tankers in school. When you come to the academy, you take your drivers, get your drivers, and then they will tell you, go ahead and do your tankers. The tankers wasn't a problem. I mean, I studied for it right there in the DMV and was able to take it right then and pass it, okay? But you may not ever use your hazmat, but it's always good to have just in case. We don't tote any kind of explosive, anything, like real, like explosives and all this, kind of stuff. But, on hazmat, even like soda chemicals or whatever, stuff that we have, Cokes and Pepsi and all that kind of stuff, they require you to have, hazmat and stuff like that. So, but on OTR, we get from 90 cents to 95 cents, 300 to 400 miles, $1.20. If you run 1 to 100 miles, $2 a mile. 100 to 200 is $1.75, and you get paid on your fuel surcharge. We also get the you get paid $35 for your for stops, and if you get after the first 2 stops, then it's $50 after the stops on that. Lumpers, we get reimbursed for our lumpers. We get reimbursed for our reefer fuel. We also, they pay for our IFTA stickers. We also get the pre-pass. It's called the best pass now, okay? So with that, it's really good for going through the scales. Okay, right now we got to watch our CSA scores because they are getting kind of high on different things, okay, that we need to improve on. But that affects us going through the scale or not. So if we can keep those down, then we won't have any problem doing the scale. So once you could see if they elevated or we're out of range, because you'll see us getting pulled in the scales all the time. But we also constantly, as a fleet, as our drivers, always want to make sure that we're doing the right thing, so we don't have to worry about taking that extra 10 minutes to go through the scale. I got my medical card. I did another physical over there. Our physicals was pretty simple. We don't have to lift chains. We don't have to jump out of tractor trailers and all that kind of stuff. We just go over to the MEP and we go in and get our blood pressure taken. He whispers something in your ear. And the doctor was so funny. Girl, he said, because he wanted to make sure that you could hear. So he says, he whispered, and he was standing over there, and he says, "Who's your mama?" Like that. And I said, "What you say about my mama?" Girl. He said, "Oh, you could hear." Like that. I said, "What you say about my mama?" But it went through really fast. That's what you do on the first day. Is when you come to orientation, you're gonna go take that physical, unless you got your long form. If you got your long form, and you don't have to take it, but you still have to do a urinalysis to make sure that you don't have any drugs in your system or anything like that. We have no force dispatch. Also, another thing is they have on-the-spot drug testing, and they really do that. If you start talking to your dispatcher all crazy or slurring your words, or acting any kind of way out there on the highway, or somebody call you in saying that you done did this or do that, they will drug test you. And sometimes they do hair tests as well. Okay, so we have to always be careful and make sure that we represent KLLM in a very professional manner. Their main concern is about safety, to make sure that you're safe out here on the road. Anytime that you are sleepy, anytime that you didn't get enough rest, all you do is call your dispatcher. We would rather for your load to be late than for the load not get there at all. Okay, so if you're feeling tired anyway, all you do is send a message that says it's unsafe for me to do that. Once you say it's unsafe for you to do that, anybody is going to back you up. Okay, we can reschedule, we can change the appointment time. Now you may have to sit a day, but we can change the appointment time, we can reschedule. No load is worth your life, and that's what I like about KLLM, is they really focus on you being safe as a driver. Okay, I'm very excited that I did get my 2015 Volvo. So Miss Tamara got her automatic Volvo. Okay, also I will be attending the training class tomorrow, so I will be in training. When do I get my student? I don't know. Y'all been asking me, can I come out on the road with you? Can I train with you? Well, we can't pick our students. Okay, I wish we could, but we can't. So I have to be assigned a student, and it all depends on how long that student has been waiting. Now, if you come into KLLM as an experienced driver, all you have to do is wait 90 days, then you're able to train. Okay, but since I was in the system before, and I went through the class here, and I've been on the road for over a year, I met the qualifications to train. Okay, so I will be training in an automatic. I don't care how you feel about it. It is safe for me, so I like an automatic, and that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, but I will give you that experience on becoming a trainer and what it is that you need to do. We got a lot of people coming that's upgrading from bus drivers. Okay, they're upgrading their class B to class A and getting out on the road driving. I'm known for being Mama Brock. Okay, Mama Brock, and I make sure these kids and stuff is taken care of, that they're okay, because we get a lot of young people that come through the academy. We get a lot of young people that's on the road. I wish I could I get a lot of messages, y'all, and don't ever think that for 1 minute that I'm not grateful for my messages. Don't ever think that for 1 minute that I don't appreciate your support. I'm very humble to be able to be out here doing this and being able to have an impact on people's lives and what they do, and I do take that seriously. Okay, and whatever I can do to help out, to make your experience here better. If you first thing I do is give out my phone number to make sure that you have a contact person. And the best thing to me is when a driver can say, you know what, I feel like I am really truly a part of a family, because you have people that come from everywhere, okay? And a lot of them don't have families and things, or people that they can that they have to support them out on the road. So this is just my KLLM lease purchase video. I'm gonna do another video for you in the next few minutes, and it's going to be about relationships and trucking. So I want to keep this short. So we had 29 minutes. You know, I want to keep it short, and we had 29 minutes, girl. I gotta do better, child. I gotta do better. But I just be having so much to tell you, girl. I just have so much to tell you, but I gotta go. I'm gonna cut this one short so I can upload it, and then on the next one, I'm gonna come back to you with relationships and trucking, and about being young and being in the business and stuff like that. So we got a whole lot of stuff to do before I get ready to get packed and get up, because I'll be on the road next week, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. I love you. Peace, love, joy, and happiness. You know, you can hit me up on my Miss Diva Trucker page. Also, you can send me messages as well. So, but remember, as always, if it's negative, don't even waste your time, okay? Because I'm not going to waste my time. Talk to y'all later. Bye.